Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, boy, do it. Kick dick right here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast on the eve of what I hope is 5-0. Joey, what's going on, my man?
On the eve of 5-0 and on the eve of I'm hoping we have a complete game on Sunday. That's what I'm hoping. So.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice, especially after this whole week. What up, J-Dog, Lord of Darkness, Donnie 4, King, what's going on? Matthew, thank you guys for being here. Casper, what's up, my man? A Warrior Rage, good to see you. Unk, what's happening? Anybody I missed, I apologize. But as you guys know, we have a big game. And one of the things that everybody was talking about today, because I guess this came out last night or yesterday evening. And so I'm going to bring this up real quick because I want to get rid of it real quick because I think it's like another big nothing burger trying to start bull crap. Mm-hmm. But Diana Rossini wrote this. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith are frustrated with their roles in the Eagles offense. Multiple sources tell me one is vetting more publicly than the other, but both wanting to change, specifically in the red zone. And she's basing that on the fact that Devonta Smith, I guess, spoke up in a press conference yesterday, said that, he agreed with A.J. Brown and he was frustrated. To me, this is a big nothing burger. I tried to tell people last week that when A.J. Brown was speaking up, there were multiple people on that offense he was speaking for. It wasn't like I'm a selfish player. It was, I got to speak up for the offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I think this is a big nothing burger.
No, I mean, Rossini's got the inside scoop. I mean, the inside scoop of what? The shit's been already said by A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. What inside scoop are you? A rival, there's none of that going on. Come on now.
No, it's all bull crap. Well, I know what A.J. Brown was doing. They wanted the coaches to listen to the offensive concerns of some players, and they didn't feel that they were getting it the regular way, so they went this way to do it. I totally get it. It's not a big deal. And Go Phils is right. Phils up, for those that want to know, 3-0, top of the sixth. I got the Phils in this year, and I got Joey Shakes and Shakedown this year. So we are monitoring. Yeah. There's another weird story. I don't know if you saw today. Mark Sanchez is in the hospital, got stabbed. Then he got arrested because he apparently started this shit. So that's a weird situation. Hopefully he'll be okay. But he apparently was the aggressor.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird world we live in.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right. Well, how do you feel about everything this week with the whole Brown situation and talking? Like what does your gut feeling tell you about everything?
I feel like everything's been shadowed by A.J. Brown all week. I feel like we haven't heard about anything else besides A.J. Brown, and that's really it. Nothing really on, like Nick has been dinking and ducking on like kind of not talking about things, using another, other. You're talking about basketball the other day and working on apparently the big talk this week for the Eagles has been about the process. Okay. That we don't, we play our best football at the end of the year, like really not giving any answers, not really being straight up on a few things, are kind of mentioning that there is a problem with this offense. I mean, obviously this is a big game tomorrow. I mean, we figured we got through our hardest schedule and now we feel like we have to worry about other things because if the Eagles let up, there might be one that bites us in the ass the next few weeks, and you're hoping that's not going to happen. So,
yeah, it's weird, man. The whole situation. I think that last week after the Rams game, AJ Brown talked openly about being more aggressive. Even Jalen Hurts did it, and then they went into the shell in the second half of that Tampa game. And I think AJ went to the media on purpose. I think he did it because he knew that if he goes to the media, makes it a big thing, they will have to address it. They can't ignore it, what these players are feeling. So what I want to see now is I want to see what adjustments do the Eagles make to make it right. Because, look, I don't think AJ is necessarily pissed that, we're not getting catches or I'm not getting balls thrown my way. I think he sees the fundamental flaws with what this offense is doing, and he knows it's not sustainable, and you can't win that way. So I get what he's doing. Maybe he didn't, maybe people don't like the approach. No, but I think he had to do it because I don't think they would have addressed it otherwise. Is what I'm saying.
He should have. The one mistake he made was probably after the Tennessee game. He should have just been there for the media. He should have just been there afterwards and not show up, go home, tweet out, put out his stuff on Instagram and call it a day. And if it was on purpose, which seems like maybe it is, so if he gets the problem out there, it becomes a bigger problem that like you said, the Eagles will have to, they'll have to address it. So,
right.
Because if they don't do that, if he just show up to the meeting, then maybe Sirianni and Patul will think, if we keep, as long as we're winning, doesn't matter. We won't change anything. And that's what we don't want to get into,
right.
Comfortable.
Right. Chris Melnick, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I think Kevin was running the third down last year because he always ran with Gainwell. Yeah, that I don't know if he was or wasn't, but I hate when they got like 3rd and 12 and they run it. I hate that so much, dude. Logan says, I'm sick of the AJ trade talk. It's annoying. Yeah, the trade talk stuff is so stupid. They're not trading AJ Brown this year at the trade deadline. Like that's stupid. I think AJ Brown actually did the right thing in a weird way. Mm-hmm. Maybe he shouldn't have gone about it that way. Maybe he should have spoke to the media after the Bucs game. But I think he had to get it out there because I think that they will address it. I mean, the one thing we could say about Nick Sirianni and stuff is at least they, in the past, when players have gone to him, he seems like he's listened to what they've had to say. So I'm hoping that that'll be the case. You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Now, if you want to, say like, okay, well, what's the biggest issue of this team? Obviously, the offense has to get fixed, but I think you can fix that in-house. Where I think they've got a real problem is that edge rusher. I think you're going to have to go out and make a trade for a legitimate edge rusher because Nolan Smith is hurt. Then you have, what do we have left was the Darius Smith. Jalex Hunt has really not shown up so far this year. So you've got 4 sacks in 4 games. The Broncos, who you're playing tomorrow, have 15 sacks. That's a big difference for 4 games, dude.
Yeah, they got over like 40 quarterback hits, and I think over like 43 to 46% pressure rate. So they're doing well pressure-wise.
Yeah, exactly. Donald says, AJ was just saying what everyone's feeling. He just had the balls to say it. I have no problem with the Eagles. Fly. Yeah, I feel the same way as you. I honestly do, The play calling is a problem. There's no question, but at least you could fix that, right? But how do you get a guy if he's not on your roster that can get to the quarterback? That's what I want.
I might disagree with you on that because I feel like I trust the defensive coordinator more than what we have offensively. I feel like offensively it will get better in time, but I know with Fangio, like even with cornerback 2 the way it is, even with the edge rushing position the way it is, I just feel like there will still be a constant. There will still be, every game they will do what they have to do, and get the job done regardless of how many guys were down on the defense. So that's where I'm at right now with that.
Yeah. Daryl says, I think Nick is doing very well now. The plants are now fully grown. They're fully grown and talking back. Yeah. You might be right. Damn it. It's 3-2 now.
Shit.
Damn it. Matt says, "Where's my corner?" He's on your team and he's wearing number 7, and they call him Ringo. He'll be playing tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah,
he'll be playing tomorrow.
I can't really shit on it.
No, I thought he played decent. The kid tackled me, missed a few tackles, but thought for the most part he was okay. Stephanie says, but it's important to look at who Denver was playing too. We're playing all playoff teams, them not so much. I don't know who they played exactly, their whole schedule, so I can't say. I think they played. Did they play the Colts? Did they lose?
They lost by 1 against the Colts, 29-28. They played the Titans the first game.
Yeah, they stink. They're probably the worst team in the league.
The Chargers, they lost, but the Chargers got beat by the Giants, so I don't even know what they're going to look like against Washington tomorrow. I forgot who else.
I think they beat Washington, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, they did lose to the Giants, the stupid Chargers. They're such a stupid team. Jay Green, man, thank you for super chat. We won't have our best game until the offensive line performs. Well, that's a whole nother issue. And if you look at that injury report, no offensive linemen are on it. But you can't tell me that Dickerson's healthy, Lane Johnson's healthy, and even Cam Jarrett. They don't look right, dude. They don't look right this year.
No, there's definitely an issue. You look at the pressure rate. The blocking grades for Dickerson. It's almost as identical to, 23. I think he's given up. I don't know how many sacks, like maybe 3 or 4 this year. He's on the verge of giving up like 15 sacks this year.
Yeah,
I think he gave up 15 in 23. So I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to hold up.
I worry about him. I do. Because I think what's making everything worse offensively is that the offensive line isn't performing, they're not running well, and I think that makes everything even worse.
Yeah.
Billy Covington says, "Hello, gentlemen. What's going on, my man?" So they played the Titans, Bengals, Colts, Chargers.
They
only
destroyed
one team.
the Bengals. They destroyed the Bengals.
I don't believe in the Colts. So. Yeah. I read that one, but I agree with you. And thank you for that super chat. Chris Miller, thank you for super chat. Denver beat the Titans, Bengals, lose to the Chargers and Colts. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy Catering, member for 45 months. Thank you so much. He goes, let's go, Eagles. Love you guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, man.
Fly, Eagles, fly, buddy.
Love you too, man. Tourdeville says, with our line injuries, there should be more of an emphasis on the short passing game so the line doesn't have to hold their blocking so long. Well, and maybe try running in a different area. Like, if your line's banged up and hurt, and then the team's already tipped off of where you're going to run, it just seems like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, remember, like, I swear to God, it was that same play from a couple years ago where running back would motion inside, then motion outside, and knowing that they're going to pass to him, they did the same shit with Swift.
Everybody would go, it's going to the running back.
And the receivers are running like 10-yard go routes and stop, like, and then the play's going nowhere, like, know. Crazy.
Now, how are you feeling going into tomorrow's game? Like, how do you feel overall about where the matchup versus the Denver Broncos?
I mean, look, with the Eagles offense, I think they need to. I mean, this might be the game where unfortunately, they have to run a good amount this game. Patrick Surtain can move inside, outside. He can pretty much move wherever. And he's obviously, probably one of the top corners in the league. Defensive line's going to go after you. The linebackers are going to blitz you. They're going to come after you. I mean, Nick Bonito, I think he's got 27 pressures on quarter. I think 27 pressures this year by himself out of the 40 something they have. The defense I'm kind of worried about against the run, especially to the outside, because Denver plays very old school. They're probably one of the few offenses that like to run it down your throat. Like, they're not afraid to do that. So I think it's going to be a lot tougher than we expect, but I think it's only tougher because, we're playing down to the competition right now. And, it really depends on what this offense is going to do. This defense, I don't want them to be on the field all game, but they have to get off the field, and the offense has got to, prolong some drives.
So you think the offense is going to keep it to what they were doing?
I think this is the week where they have to run a little bit more. I mean, I don't want them. I want to get the receivers involved. I don't think they should be running all game, but they need to see every time you go into a game offensively, like since it's the second year of Saquon Barkley, you got to see how these defenses are preparing for Saquon. If they're selling out for him, if they're playing too close, and if they're not, we're just going to have to see. But, not saying it's going to be a trap game. I just feel like if they're not on their shit the next few weeks, I feel like it's going to be one of those games where we shouldn't have lost. And I really hope this isn't the game that we're going to have tomorrow. I really hope not, because I don't know. I mean, you're not going to get away with shutting your whole team down for an entire half like you did. You know, I had a conversation with my girlfriend about it. She was like, there's no way that's what, they're just chewing clock down. I'm like, that's what it looks like they're doing. And they're thinking this 24-3, 24-6 lead was like some big lead that they had.
Yeah.
I can see him doing it in the fourth quarter. I can see him doing it but you started like conservative and you kept doing it,
Yeah, I think they definitely came out. Maybe not necessarily run the clock out, but they came out and said, all right, look, we're going to be safe. We're going to run the ball. And if we just don't turn the ball over, we got this game in the bag. Yeah. We're up 24-6, Sarah Ashton, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to you. The Colts beat the Broncos, and Jones threw to the receiver's cover by Surtain. He might be injured because he's not playing up to the Defensive Player of the Year standard.
Yeah.
Thank you for that super chat. I hope it continues tomorrow. I would love for AJ to have a big game and Devonta and just get it out of the way. You know what I mean? It would go a long way. James says AJ has to go. He was on the same shit the year we collapsed. And then what about the year he went to the Super Bowl? What happened? He was okay then.
I mean,
I think AJ was doing what he had to do. I don't think it was like, AJ, I'm selfish, I want the ball. I think it was, hey guys, we need to go do something about this on offense. And a bunch of guys said, speak up to the media. Let's leak it out. I think it was a plan, dude. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got 14 catches for the year. I mean, no other number one receiver has that right now. I mean, Puka just had 14. Huh? Go ahead.
Catches in a game. He's got 52 catches on the year, something like that. Puka.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's crazy. Chris Melnick, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I know this sounds weird, but what about Bill Belichick as offense if he leaves North Carolina? I don't think Belichick, and thank you for the super chat, I don't think a head coach like that with that many Super Bowls, I don't think he would. Yeah, no. I don't think he would be a guy that wants to be an offensive coordinator. Just like the Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson was a Super Bowl head coach for the Eagles. He don't want to come back as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and the guy from Miami might be the right choice. Maybe if this falls apart, maybe they need a guy. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but they might need an offensive coordinator that runs his own. I mean, there's always a collaborative effort for these game plans every week, but this coordinator, it should be all on this coordinator. And they should have a guy that comes in, and maybe they don't want a dictator type offensive coordinator. It's like, this is my offense. This is how I want to run it. I don't know.
Yeah. Matthew says Bill and his girlfriend would not fear. Yeah, and let's face it. I mean, Bill Belichick's got other things on his mind in football, dude. You know what I mean? Dreams and pills. Dreams and blue pills. That's what he's doing. He's living it up. Are you kidding? He don't care what the hell. I don't think he cares what the hell happens right now. Tori goes to Lori and how he would hire a consultant for the passing game. Well, yeah, I mean, if they need it, definitely. But I saw first half last week where I thought they were playing, they did fine. They showed that they can throw the ball when they want to. So just do it for 4 quarters,
Yeah.
Do you think that the Broncos' defensive backs are better than Tampa's? Tampa's defensive backs squad are the wideout routes, and the Eagles didn't throw long. I think that's more by choice and the Eagles not doing that than anything that anybody else is do. But I do think that I do think they have a pretty good defense. I mean, they got 15 sacks, so they lead the NFL in sacks. You can run on them. So this might be a Barkley game, but they've only given up 2 passing touchdowns all year. So they're not bad.
Yeah.
I would put them higher than Tampa.
Yeah, probably.
Go F yourself, David Super Chat goes, Bill has other things on his brain. You ain't kidding, dude. There ain't no doubt about it. A-Warriors, guys, nothing is changing. Go watch Moneyball. Again, that's legitimately what we are doing. Everyone buys into the process and plays statistical advantages, even if winning's by 1. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the whole analytics arguments with football. I feel like it can't work with football. Like, I feel like you have to have a feel for football. Like baseball, I think you can be more analytical. I think it's over. I think analytics are overblown in football, to be honest. I think they're using it to such a crazy degree, teams, that sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's hurting them.
But if that's what they're doing, then it's gonna, I don't know. What points does the analytics say running the ball the same play 7 times in a row that nets you 2 yards? It's time to change. Like, at what point does it say adjust? You know what I mean?
Even if they wasted 4 to 5 minutes going down the field in the second half of that Tampa game, score 30-6, whatever it was, and then maybe slowed down a little bit after that, maybe it would have been too early. But at least if they scored another time and they kind of kept what they were doing, I would feel like this makes more sense. But they've done the exact same thing these past 2 games in opposite halves. I mean,
yeah.
True,
Yeah, War Rage continues what he was posted. I'm the same, but I think that's what we were doing. It's working. At least they get in a position risky. Well, you might be right, and that may be that may be the biggest problem. Is is it going to take a loss for the Eagles to finally adjust? Because how what Nick's going to say. They're going to say to players, look, guys, I know you want this and that, but we are 4-0 right now. If we beat Denver, 5-0. Beat the Giants, you're 6-0. It's like I wonder if it's going to take a loss.
I really hope not.
Yeah, Phil's up 3-2. Mav, let's go Phillies right October 3-2, headed to the 7th. Dallas says analytical equal garbage and garbage out. I mean, I think analytics, if you want to use it as something to help you make a decision, but when you get these coaches now saying, 4th and 2, the chart says go for it on 4th and 2, but you can feel that if they run this play, if they try to go for it, they're not going to get it. To have no feel for a game, that just blows my mind, to be honest with you.
The analogy that Nick said the other day was just so why? It was just so random.
I know. And Lord Darkness says, check out the new Shakedown merch. Yes, man, absolutely.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we got some cool new shirts. Woo. We got the Jordan Davis special.
Hey.
Because I love Jordan Davis. But we got Jordan Davis shirt. We got a Tush Push shirt. And these are up now in the store if you guys want to check those out. We're loving these. The Jordan Davis one is my favorite, but I like them both. Definitely check those out, guys.
Yes.
You won't
They come in black and white, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Tattletale says 500. Knicks has a real problem with putting the ball in harm's way. Our corners need to get on the jugs machine all day. Yeah, all day. Look, I think that's the big matchup tomorrow. Can the Eagles defense get Bo Nix to make mistakes? I feel 2 interceptions tomorrow, dude. I feel two interceptions.
Yeah.
Leon Banks, my man, where you been, Leon? I ain't seen you. A member for 22 months. He goes, Denver is getting us at the worst time. Belts to ass 38-10. See, I'm kind of with Leon. I think the Eagles are going to blow this team out. I feel like that they're a volcano offensively ready to explode. And I think that the Eagles, I think the coaches will listen to their players enough. I feel like the players, they just need they need to go up big on a team and just keep going. Don't hold back. Don't cut it down. Don't try to not run up the score. They just need to let those guys go off and get all their frustrations out. So if you have to score 70-something points on them and rub it in and run up the score, I'm totally okay with it. I feel like they need to let that out, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff that's been built up this past week, and hopefully it shows on the field tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Nathan says, yeah, that Tampa Bay game, they were doing great, and then Nick pulled the plug at halftime, too. Everybody came out looking like their dog just got hit the car, and they played like it, too. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt when I rewatched it. It was like, Hurts is 8-9 against the blitz. Remember, the blitz of Todd Bowles that they say he can never beat. He's 15-16. Yeah, 15-16 at halftime. All right? Then you come out and you'll get 0 passing yards. And the thing that I noticed too, that during that first drive, when they came out, it looked like, dude, the Eagles looked like they were down 24-6. That's what it felt like. And I'm wondering what happened at halftime. You're up 24-6, and you come out and you look miserable. I think they were told, in my theory, that's just my theory, that hey, we're Nick's taking the plays, and they all said, "Oh shit, Nick's calling the plays." And they got dejected. That's what I think happened. That's my theory.
Yeah, I don't know how the playbook would change that drastically. I'm not even talking about like a few little changes. You like completely just said, let's hold this lead and just waste and just play clock management. Like it was like there was 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's how they played in that second half. I mean, they can't do this every week. You're gonna lose you're gonna lose multiple games if you lose. If you play like this every week, it's not good.
J-Dog says 500 secretly dating Jordan Davis on the side. Nah. Jordan Davis cut it off with me 2 years ago because I was making him drink too much eggnog, and it wasn't helping him. After he chased down Josh Allen, and he turned around, he said, I'm done for the year. That was eggnog. Chris B, thank you for the super chat. He goes, AJ going to request a trade after the season. He ain't happy.
No,
let him. I'll worry about that then.
Yeah, I'm not even worried
win
about
another
that.
Super Bowl, then request a trade. Go ahead.
But,
win another Super Bowl, request a trade.
Yeah, and realistically, where is he gonna go that he's gonna play better?
I don't know. I mean, he could go somewhere where he'll get more balls, but I don't think that's what it's about, dude.
No,
I don't think it has. That's what this has to do with. I think this has to do more with the offense as a whole. And then if he goes, then what? Devonta Smith's next, because Devonta Smith woke up and felt the same way. I mean. I don't know. I think you need 2 more years of A.J. Brown. Then you can move him.
If Devonta Smith starts talking, that's a very rare thing. I mean, look, you got Nick Saban, Alabama guys that really don't give a shit how they win games. They just want that W in the win column, like Hurts, like Devonta Smith, guys like that from that Nick Saban, Alabama tree. They really don't complain about much at all, especially Hurts.
Devonta Smith speaking, then you got to listen.
That's big. Yeah. Because once you lose, you start losing this if the roster starts losing faith in their coach, that's, then Lurie's going to have to make moves. We don't want it to come to that point,
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Kyle, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Philly, the defensive tackles aren't killing us. It's the edge rushers. Trade for Phillips or Walker. Yeah, that's the problem, Kyle, because you get really good push up the middle. But those edge rushers don't get home. And I know a lot of the quarterbacks we've played, like Mahomes and Stafford, I'm not going to say that because he stinks.
Yeah.
But those are good quarterbacks that we've played. Mayfield can hold the ball long at times, but the other guys can get rid of the ball quick. So I get it. But they're still not getting home. You know what I mean?
Jay looks.
Joe made the big sack of the game. Yeah, that saved the game.
Yeah, Jalen Hunt just hasn't shown up yet. I mean, I'm actually really surprised we haven't seen a flash of anything from him.
Yeah.
With Nolan Smith being out now, and God knows what he's going to look like when he comes back, and how much time it is going to get for him to be his 100% normal self when he comes back. Right. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if Howie Roseman is like, if you're willing to bite on Micah Parsons for all this draft capital and whatever it was going to be, I don't know why he wouldn't be interested in. And like in Vic, I don't know if it's up to Vic. Probably not. If Vic said if Howie makes a move and he thinks we need help, then he'll go out and make a move. Like Fangio says, he feels like he's okay with what they have. Maybe they have to move. So like the big thing here is we haven't talked about. The big thing is if Nakobe Dean comes back, which he was full practice today, and they ruled him out. Obviously, like there's no way he's ready to play. Hasn't played in months.
Right.
Do they move Bond? Do they move Jahad Campbell? Like, you don't want to waste Bond at edge rusher because you need him as a linebacker. You gotta keep him in the open field, obviously. So I don't know what the plan is when Dean comes back, because you sure as hell could use Campbell on the edge, maybe. I don't know what
my guess is that Dean will come in at times and they will put Campbell at edge to see how it works. But I don't think Vic Fangio is going to tell anybody that openly. We're going to have to wait and see. And they're not going to do it a lot. You want a rookie, and they talked about this with like Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper last year, that you kind of want a guy young to play one position, learn one position.
Yeah.
Then you give him more stuff, right? Like last year, it was like, just learn to play this one side. This year, they started to let him play the other side. Cooper, it was just playing a slot. This year, they're giving him more. So I think you got to be careful with the rookie. You don't want to overwhelm them with all these responsibilities when they're just trying to learn one position. So I don't think they're going to move him to edge rusher as much as people think. I think at times, maybe on passing situations where they just want him to go at the quarterback, they let him.
Because if they can get Dean up to speed and he's back to his normal self, it'll be nice on certain plays, depending on the game, where they could put Dean out there with Bond maybe, and they can move. Campbell can go on the defensive line, maybe be in a wide 9 stance and just rush on certain situations. I think that would help to have a fresh body at linebacker like Dean. So that's the positive thing about it.
Right. Nathan says these guys are professionals. They don't want to play dumb Nerf ball. Who cares? Yeah, they want to win, but that's not. Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree. I agree. I mean, they know they know what's going on. They know what's going on. I mean, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
AJ Brown will be outstanding. Kansas City, San Francisco, Detroit, and Buffalo. Sure, but who Detroit? I mean, whoever gets AJ Brown would have to get. You'd have to give me at least a first round pick.
At least I want two. I want two.
I'm not giving him up for nothing. And the other thing is, the only way I see AJ Brown requesting a trade, the only way is if he really doesn't like Hurts. If there's a real problem with their friendship, which a lot of people speculate, I don't know how much I buy into it. But if there's a real problem there, then maybe. Other than that, I don't think he's asking for trade.
As any other normal football team, like, of course, if a receiver and quarterback have issues, like, these are just normal things that happen every year. Like, you're going to, of course, like, even last year, Hurts and AJ probably had, like, there's something wrong with them having maybe not even really an argument, but just having a difference on something or trying to change something. Like, this is just life. This is just, it's dialogue. Like, but when it happens with the Eagles, it's just magnified to a huge extent. But Tommy says it's really terrible how our offensive coordinator, who was our passing game coordinator last year, is struggling to get the passing game going this year. Steal some of Kellen plays. I don't care. Do something. Why? I don't know why why did all those passing plays have to disappear? They just, I just think they're caught up. I really think they just got caught up in, hey, if we don't make mistakes and we can run the ball, which they haven't been able to do, we'll win games. And it's just not working out that way. One, because your offensive line is not healthy, right? So you're not getting the runs you normally get. And then, then it's frustrating the players and stuff offensively. Like, they've got to open it up. They just you just gotta open it up, man. They think they're opening up. They think they're opening up with a lead at the wrong time, or just opening up middle of a game like that to really, be consistent with the offense. I think they're just afraid. They're just afraid to force things where they don't feel like they have to force it. But I mean, you're not doing anything. You're barely doing anything. Like, are you that afraid to throw like, an over 15-yard pass? I mean, you just want these guys sticky in coverage, going up the field on a go route for 10 yards, then sitting there, then Goddard's running around like doing, you're not even scheming guys open to make it easier. Like, you'd think you're just going to pass to Saquon in the backfield. What really pissed me off, even that last game, like, Saquon got up slow on that one play, and then they ran him again. Like, you lose.
Yeah, and then they had a 3rd and 2, and it was a perfect time for a draw, and they throw it. It's crazy. Nathan says the only problem I see is the timing a little bit off. They didn't play in preseason at all. Nick was too busy getting balls to 1,000 wide receivers. How he picked up. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. They did all right. They did all right when they had to against the Rams the second half and then the first half. So I think they could do it. They just, I think, chose not to do it. Eric says, remember the defense stays on the field more than the offense. Tell us what that means. My bad. We didn't have no offense. That's exactly what it means. You had no offense.
Yeah. And your defense is saving you. Your defense is literally saving you. I mean, this is good for the defense to be in this position where it's going to be all on them if the offense does struggle. So this will help them later on in the year. But you got to find the identity for this offense because I don't even know what they are right now. Or what they favor with this offense and what they're known for. I understand we're going into week 5 tomorrow, so it's still, if this was week 11, week 12, we'd be having a different conversation. Right. But
yeah. Sorry,
you're good.
Catch it. All right. Who else? The RPO. Yeah, the RPO. They don't really even use it anymore. No, I don't know that they're going to. Maybe they'll use it in the playoffs or something, but I don't think they want to use it as much. Jay said, thank you for the super chat. He goes, what up, fellas? I just want the coach to call a complete game. No Pop Warner 30 dive. I believe Eve Nick is behind this. I believe Nick is too. Listen, do you remember the Super Bowl? The mic'd up stuff? You remember when Hurts was like they were up 40-6 and he's like pulling everybody? And Hurts is like, we're not going to do more. Right. We're not going to go. What do you mean? Like, I think that's the thing is you've got you got players who their character is killers. They're stone cold killers, like a bunch of Kobe Bryant killers on this team. Fuck!
Got it.
Damn, they just hit a 3-run home run. Shit. Jibu, too. Thank you for the super chat. This is Jalen's team. AJ needs to chill. Oh, AJ's fine. He was speaking for the offense. Sorry, the Dodgers just hit a 3-run homer. So it's 5-3 Dodgers now.
Fuck.
Pisses me off. AJ is fine. He's just a baller, and baller wants to make plays. Same with Smitty. They just wanted to make an impact towards victory. It's clear they want to do whatever it takes to win. I agree. And this is my point. You have a bunch of guys who are stone cold killers on that team. You can't take the character of those guys away. Like you can't take the person. That's what your offense needs to be because it's dictated by your personnel. And I think putting the handcuffs on all of them, it gets frustrating. They want Barkley to get 40, 50 yards, and they want to run the ball. But they don't want to go into the shell game when it's 24-6. You got to be able to be a killer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We need to get through the next 4 games, really secure our NFC position. Then Super Bowl bound, baby. No, I agree. I think these next 4 games. I mean, you got Denver, the Giants,
Vikings,
Minnesota, and then the Giants. Mm-hmm. These 4 games are the 4 games you've got to get rolling. You got to get the offense rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's these 4 games.
Yeah. I mean, it's you're not facing no powerhouses the next few weeks, but we know this team is better than how they're playing. I mean, even the way, you catch up 19 points in that second game, which is great. I mean, they know how to come back. You have the talent. Like everything is there. It's just, it's going to really decide on this coaching factor of everything. I mean, I was seeing even today, like, all these NFL outlets are like, this is the worst 4-0 team in history. Like, what? Like, I've never even heard of that. Like, but I feel like Nick likes to, I don't know if it's like they don't want to show their cards early in the season. And they're like, wait till we get to the end of the season. We're going to, this offense is going to explode at the end of the year. And no one's going to say a word about this team anymore. I don't know how they go about it. So, yeah, I don't know. I've just been trying to figure that out.
Well, I do think personally, I really think that they've been watching and looking just how teams have been playing them over the 4 or 5 weeks. And I think they will at some point adjust to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I do get the sense that they are doing some of that. They're like, hey, let's see how teams decide to handle how to play us this year. And then at some point they'll adjust. But I think these 4 games is where you've kind of got to get it going.
Yeah.
Like, this is where you don't want to go into week 11, week 12, and we're saying the same thing. You know what I mean? You got to fix this crap now. Torteville says, run some bunch formations tomorrow, cross the wide receivers right at the line, try to generate immediate separation and get the ball out quick. I like it, dude. I mean, I like it a lot. I really would love to see first down, 3-yard throw, 4-yard throw. You know, I would not mind. Come back on 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 and run. You're going to have way more success. You know what I mean?
True.
In my opinion, you know.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But I do think they're going to blow them out tomorrow. Big Mix says everybody's giving Denver all the hype. But look at who they played versus who we played in the first 4 games. They are 2-2. I think it's very hard for them to come in and beat the Eagles in Philly. I do. Lord Darkness says, join Joey Discord. There you go. Its link is in the description. And speaking of, the game tomorrow, Joey, I want to show you this play.
No,
I want to see what you think of it. Okay. So let me show you this
Profit
play.
X is the ultimate sports prediction market. Dive into peer-to-peer plays, create your own odds, and face off with fellow fans for bigger thrills and better payouts through exciting sweepstakes. Legal in 40 states. It's the smartest way to play. Get started now with promo code Philly500 and score up to $200 in Profit X cash. That's $200 in Profit X cash. Just use promo code Philly500. Let me know how it goes. You must be of legal age. Void where prohibited.
All right, so let me show you what I got planned for tomorrow. I'm confident. So one of the things that you could do with Profit X that I like is you can put up what you think is going to be a good bet or or a good play rather.
Right.
And like they had 4 points. The Eagles were favored. Can you see the screen here? By the way,
yeah.
The Eagles were favored by 4. I took that up to 5.5, and then I bet it. So I think the Eagles are going to blow them out. I had 37, 38 to 13. So I wanted to take all the points I could get. So I took the Eagles 5.5 points favored. So I think they're going to basically win by a touchdown tomorrow. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
I know a lot of people think they're going to be a tough game. I think it's a blowout.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. I'll probably do the same thing only because I feel like I think from all the discourse they've had this week with everything going on, some of the distractions, that this offense should really come out swinging. And I know we've been saying this the last couple of weeks, but I hope this has got to be the week where it looks complete. And I think you're right.
Exactly. And if you guys like this, you can go check out Profit X. Get $200 of Profit X cash. You can use code SHAKE72 or Philly500, either one, and you could try it yourself and basically tell us how you guys feel. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like this is a team that there's a lot of frustration, a lot of guys that are just ready to have huge games all at the same time, and I think the coach is going to have to let. If I'm the coach, I'm going to let them just go. Just play. Go out and put up 80 points. I don't care. I just got a feeling we're in for a big game tomorrow with this offense, dude.
I hope so. I agree. I want it to happen.
Yeah. AB3 says, it's nice to see that we can win and we play safe, but I know we all just want to see this team put 30s and 40s on teams regularly. I know they can. Well, it's just not that, like, I want to just put a lot of points up. I just want it to be a little more balanced. Like I don't think you need to come out of a whole half. I mean, dude, they beat the Bucks without throwing 1 yard. 1 yard. They didn't complete
not one completion.
The second half.
No.
And they still won. But what if they come out aggressive in that? What if they come out in that aggressive, like in the second half, right, on that opening drive? Let's say they go a 6-7 minute drive and they score a touchdown, right? Let's say A.J. Brown scores an 8-yard pass. All right, then you want to go back and start running the ball and playing it safe. It makes a lot more sense. You know what I mean? But to come out the way they did It was too early.
And you know, by doing that for an entire half, I mean, you have to make sure your defense isn't going to give up an easy play, which they did. Where Makubi, all he had to do was turn his head, and boom, you had a pick right there when Ibuka, you know, had the big reception over the defense. And then special teams. I mean, they gave up 2 really big runs on kick return or punt, whatever it was. I mean, all the way to the other side, the halfway of the field. So you have to take that into account and say we could play it safe for a whole half, but other things could happen. Like your defense is only going to hold up so much. Little tiny mistakes are going to cause for big scores. And they got close in that game. So I don't think the players feel good that they let these, you know, the Rams and Tampa Bay back into these games. And I think the fans are, you know, we're all pissed off too that they let them back in so easily, and they were close. So,
yeah, it's true.
You know,
true. Big Mick says Barkley will have 135 yards rushing tomorrow. Book it. I would love it. Hurts has, well, yeah, that's a good point, Donald, because I do want to talk about that hit. They didn't say anything. There was nothing on the hit. There was no injury report of Hurts. But, dude, you can't tell me he did not get up wobbly, at least, dude.
I mean, that was at like the 9.5, like the 9:20 something, 9:30 something mark in the third quarter. What were they doing the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game? You know what I mean? Like the first 4 or 5 minutes, they were playing conservative. Hurts gets, apparently, we don't know if he was concussed or not. He didn't look good getting back up. And I thought they were gonna sideline his ass the rest of the game.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah. Kitty.
Yeah, it was crazy. It really was. Daiquiri says, how many block kicks are we getting tomorrow? How about one?
You know, teams are looking at that, like they're beefing up that inside as much as possible if Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going to be together on that.
Yeah.
So.
Nick Yak says, you could have lost every game, you lucky bastards. Let me say, there's only one team that should have lost every game as far as I'm concerned, and they're called the Dallas Cowboys. And speaking of loss, Dallas upset alert. That's my upset of the day. They played at 0-4 Jets in New York. They're going to lose tomorrow. They are getting beat.
At MetLife?
Because you stupid Cowboy fans love ties. You've been walking around like you won a Super Bowl all week. It's over. It's over. You hear kitty cats? That's mama. That's the mommy. I don't know where the little guys are. Delia, where's your babies? They got another the first one can go next Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's a family I'm giving one of the kittens to because they took one of our older litters. And unfortunately, I found out it got hit by a car. And I felt so bad for the family and the kids. I said, that was hard. But I told him, I said, next time we have a litter, you can have the pick. You can, for your kids. I want, I felt bad.
You better tell them, keep your fucking door shut. Yeah. Keep your damn door shut.
It was, I know. Shit happens, dude.
Yeah. I know.
JMM says, I can't wait to see the Cowgirls lose tomorrow. Yeah, I hear you. It's going to be fun. Unfortunately, they play the same time the Eagles are on. So I'll be streaming the Eagles game with a Mark Meltdown cam. So hopefully we'll get good play. Oh, damn it. I feel like as I was saying that earlier, Philly. What did you say? What did he say earlier?
I don't know.
I don't know what you said. But yeah, I mean, I think they come out tomorrow. I think they're a little more aggressive, but they've, to me, the key to the offense really is you got to go away from what you always do. Like teams are use analytics, right? They all use the analytics. They're all using it not just for offensive purposes, right? But they also use it for defensive purposes. They study what you like to do and what downs. And they know. That's why they know. Okay, Barkley, first down, inside run. Jalen Hurts under center 97% of the time. It kind of tips you off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So throw on first down. Run it, spread them out and run it on second. Do a pitch. Do a shovel pass. Change it up. Do play action fake. Take some shots downfield. Make a defense cover every yard and not sure what you're going to do. That will create balance. And then when that happens, you'll start to see Barkley, I think, run a lot better.
Hopefully.
You know? Yeah. Blaze, thank you for super chat. What up, fellas? Big game tomorrow. Huge game. These next 4 games are huge, man. We got to win these next 4 games, go to 8-0, go into the bye week, and then you got the 2 biggest games of the year. You know? Have a local high school coach come in and show Nick how it's done, right? Oh, look, it's showing off. What's going on, dude? Oh, no. Oh, now Denver defense is for real. Earlier it was top 10. These nuts. They're not going to be a problem tomorrow. Jets smoking Dallas would make dude. Doesn't it just sound right? Like Jets beat Dallas. Like I can close my. I see it, dude. I can see it. Jets get their first win under new head coach.
A winless team is the most dangerous team. So I say
it is. It is. And the other thing is Dallas tends to play up and down to its competition. You know, I don't know. Is CeeDee Lamb playing tomorrow? I don't know.
I don't know.
Barbie the Dot Prince of the YouTube. What's going on? We got royalty in the house. What's happening? I know it wasn't towards me. I get it. I was just happy to see you. That's all. I hadn't seen you in a while. Donald says the first 2 years, both AJ and Smitty had over 1,000 yards. AJ had over 1,400 yards. Last year was the first year we didn't throw the ball constantly.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to because you had a running back go for 2,000 yards. But this year, you know, I think the reason why they're not running well is for 2 things. 1, I don't think that offensive line is healthy. And 2, I believe where they run the ball is too predictable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, I think we'll be all right. Smitty should be eating. This offense should have 2 wide receivers getting big numbers, over 1,000 yards, like Fitz of Boulder, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison. They should be damn near impossible to beat. I think it's there, right? I mean, here's my thought. Every time they tell Hurts, okay, you have to go throw the ball, right? Super Bowl kills it. Then the first time he gets a chance to do it again this year, second half of the Rams game, kills it. Comes out of the first game of the Tampa Bay game, kills it. All right, they talk about, Dak Prescott, he's got 5 touchdowns. He's like an MVP. Well, Hurts got 4 touchdown passes. One less. And the guy played 2 quarters where he was able to throw the ball. So you tell me, take the handcuffs off the guy and the offense and let them flourish.
That is right.
You know, Shono says, what's up, 500? What's up, Joe? What's up, my man? How are you? I know. I told my wife I'm 30 today. She started laughing at me. You keep telling me that, though. I'm starting to believe it. J.A. David Super Chat. He goes, this game feels like the Steelers game last year. Yeah, it does. Questioning us, the media talking up Pitt. Then we dominated. Denver don't scare me. Enjoy the game, fellas. J.H., I'm with you, man. It does have that feel to it. No question about it, in my opinion. I think Dickerson's hurt. He's not going on the injury report, but either is Lane, and we know Lane was hurt last week. I don't even know if sometimes Cam, do you ever notice when Cam Jurgens does this? He gets up and he like stretches his back out between plays.
Yeah.
I'm like, is his back messed up or what?
He had a back injury last year too.
Right.
Yeah.
He had back surgery. See, I think they brought Dickerson back too quick.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah.
Lai Nigan, thank you so much for the super chat, my man.
Thank you.
We appreciate it so much, man. He didn't say anything in it, but we really appreciate it, man. We thank you for it. Thank you so much, my man. Yeah, is this what you all wanted to see? That's what I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. Phil's blew it. I know. It's not over yet, though. Jurgens doesn't look well either. None of the 3 guys are pushing. Yeah, they don't look good. And not only don't they look good, but if you watch even a Tampa game in the second half, watch the linebackers before the snap. They start leaning towards where Barkley's going to go. They know where he's going.
That's going to cause injuries too, because the defense knows what we're doing. Like they know when to rush. They see everything coming. They do, and I think when they know what your every move is, and they know what we can get beat every damn snap. and I think that's what's causing it too. Like we're not mysterious at all. This offense, we're not keeping them on their heels at all. So,
yeah, exactly. Sure. JM and Barkovich says Nigel is pronounced win. Okay, my apologies. I apologize. Win. Sorry about that.
Give the man respect. Respect.
I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm bad with names. I can barely say my own name. Win says AJ number one option, guys. Yeah, I think so. He should be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Joey's 100% right. Phil's got this. Let's go. That's the thing with the Phils, man. They can score 4 or 5 runs easy. They get hot. Mav says, "Are we going to drop a 50 burger?" I got a feeling it's a big game, dude. I do. I just got this feeling like they're going to come out and just going to destroy this team. It's like I'm gonna be saying, save some for the Giants on Thursday. Save some for the Giants on Thursday.
Wasn't the last time Denver came into Philly was, I think it was the Jay Ajayi game. Yeah, it was the Jay Ajayi game, right?
Yeah, and he got blown out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Torteville says we also are point guards and centers. Some of them might be Patullo. Some might be injury-related decisions. They're not. They don't do any of that, dude. They just run that inside zone. And it's usually to the right, if you notice. It's a lot of times, I think more to the right than the left, but I'd have to see. But I think teams know what they're doing, And I'm saying is you still can say we're going to run on you and nobody can stop us, but you got to run in different spaces and different places and not be so predictable. Danielson has become a member. Is this me? Welcome back to Dingbat Nation, I should say, my man. Thank you for coming back. So, how about this? Every week they cut Eli Ricks, then they sign Eli Ricks, then they cut Eli Ricks, then they sign Eli Ricks, then they cut Eli Ricks.
What is this guy supposed to do? Like they just tell him,
leave the guy alone, dude.
I don't know.
Will Surtain travel with AJ? I don't know. I would assume. But, there's an argument to be made that on certain plays to cover Devonta too. And Devonta, when they last played in Denver, he had his biggest game at the time against Surtain,
Yeah.
Just realized I have like $400 in Bet US from Super Bowl. Good for you, man. Chip 2 Vigo says all this AJ talk unleashed the Slim Reaper 6. I would love to see the Eagles come out throwing. I would love to see like throwing first down, 5-6 yards, boom, come back, run on second down. 3rd and 2. Don't be afraid to pitch out to Barkley. Run a counter, do something like mix it up. Say like I seriously, here's my plan, Nick Sirianni. Whatever your tendencies are, go against them tomorrow, right? So first down, you run 90% of the time. We're going to throw 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Second down, you throw 98% of the time. I'm going to run it. I'm like, just go against tendencies. I promise you, for like 2 or 3 weeks, you would eat teams alive. It's true. I'm telling you. Denver might follow the blueprint of what Dallas did, and zone heavy blitz hurts. Yeah, I'm sure they'll try. But to me, I think Hurts could pick up the blitz fine. He's just got to be given the keys to do it,
True.
Yeah, Mark, we talked about that earlier. He got stabbed and arrested. Hire Frank Reich, keep him years to come. Yeah, they might. I mean, that may be something. You don't think so? You don't think they would?
I don't know. I'm just tired of all these Sirianni connections. I'm just tired of it.
What about if McDaniels from Miami got fired?
Yeah, it wouldn't be probably wouldn't. Yeah,
would you hire him as a consultant like the rest of the year?
Maybe.
So, like, let's say he gets fired in November. See, I would pick him up as a consultant.
Because I think when Fangio was here in 22 as a consultant, but he was a consultant for the offense, I think, because he was I don't know what his job was. I know he wasn't with the defense in 22. I know he was like talking about some of the defensive coverages. Like I guess he was giving the offense looks and how to beat these cover. I don't know. He was doing some things towards the offense.
Yeah.
But.
Retro guy 64 said, yeah, go full George Costanza. Yeah, the opposite. You ever see that Seinfeld episode where George, everything bad in his life is going on? You know, George Costanza from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Everything in his life is going horrible. So he decides just to do everything the opposite of what he normally would do. And everything starts going good. Like he's talking to girl's interested. Like whatever he does, it's going good. That should be the game plan tomorrow. The George Costanza game plan. That's perfect. That's what you need to do. Because do with the opposite of everything you would normally do, and you'll blow them out. I like it. I heard George Costanza, right? That's it. All right, got a base runner on the 8th. It's 5-3 for those that don't see the TV. 5-3, Dodgers up, bottom of the 8th. Phillies got a man on first. And Schwarber's up. He could tie it with one swing of the bat right here. Like we drew up slip screens for Goddard. They can't. Kevin drew up something just like that. So Spring Barkley open if we're going to be successful running the ball. Yeah, I think you need to loosen up the run game by being successful passing. You know, I do. I totally believe that. Yeah, it's true. This is the Philly we need real coaches, right? Let's go Phil's right. Oh, he swung on that one. Tortiville says George Costanza would implement the risk management playbook, but someone else would have to read the plays. That's true. It's true. You know, see, I don't know. I feel like that will fix the offensive problems. I think they're too talented to stay where it is. But how do you fix the edge rusher, Joey? What do you do at the edge?
I don't know. They're gonna have to keep doing what they're doing, and they're gonna have to blitz Bond, or they're gonna have to put Bond on the edge at some points, do a 5-man front. That's really been really their only answer. Like they blitz him from the linebacker spot, or they'll move him on the line. And I think that's the only thing they could do until somebody steps up. They said that. Fangio said that Darius Smith had a good game, last game, but he can't do it all by himself. So
right.
You know,
how many sacks do we have we have 5, we have 4 total sacks on the year, I think, right? So I think we have 4 or 5 total sacks of the year. How many sacks are coming off the edge? Right? I think you've only got a half a sack from the edge rushers all year.
Yeah, I think so.
The Darius Smith versus the whatchamacallit. Everything else has come on the interior of the line.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Because if those edge rushers aren't there, it's going to really go on. It's really going to go on. You know, that's why you keep Cooper DeJean on the inside, because covering that flat is so important, and him making these open field tackles. Oh, by the way, Cooper DeJean I think he had a fine, $11,000 fine.
Yeah, he got fined.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, they said that he taunted and did the Allen Iverson step over. Come on, man. You know? Base hit. Lie win. Thank you for the super chat, my man. So, yeah, I got it right this time. Says, thanks, Joey, for your great Eagles content.
Appreciate it so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
No sacks, no rushing, no passing. Well, I mean, if you want to criticize the Eagles on one thing, I think you can criticize them off the edge because they're not getting production. And then you got Nolan Smith, who he's now in the IR. To be honest with you, I kind of think he might have been hurt coming into the season too, dude, because I don't think he looked right.
No, 100%. 100% I think. How do you feel about Quinyon Mitchell? Like, he's so good. Like, how great do you think he could be? Honestly,
he has Eric Allen potential, in my opinion. If he can learn to catch, okay, because as good of a corner as he's got cement hands, cement block hands, dude. But if he can learn to catch and pick balls off, like I think he could be he could go down. He has the upside to be like an Eric Allen type corner. I really think that. You know, I think I think both him and Cooper DeJean are both. I think they're both all pros right now. Okay, I think that Quignon's one of the best cover corners in the NFL. I think Cooper is the best slot corner, and he's the best tackling defensive back in football. Yeah. Regardless of safety, corner, whatever, he's a great open field tackler.
He is.
You know? So I think you got two studs, dude. And I think the linebackers are set. We just need they need that Max Crosby, that TJ Watt.
That's really all they need. They need that one guy that
one guy puts that defense on another level.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Harold Williams says Zadarius Smith ain't done nothing since first game. I know. Nothing. You know? Come on, Phils. They're 2 outs, got runners on first and third. So they're threatening. Tour DeVille, thank you for the super chat. Goes Carl Granderson from the Saints might be a low edge cost. 4.5 sacks so far this year. Yeah, that's the kind of guy you got to look for. Yeah. Somebody that nobody's talking about on a team that's going to be out of it soon, right? And Kellen Moore owes us. After taking a job 1 year and then leaving,
yeah,
you know,
there was already,
give us a break, dude.
There was already news this morning that there's rumors that the Colts could be, that the Saints could be having a fire sale.
Yeah, I've heard Kamara too.
Yeah, Kamara as well.
Yeah, he's another one.
But Miami will be another team probably as well. So,
yeah. Now, do you like a lot of people are talking about Phillips, and I worry about his health.
DT,
like Jalen Phillips from Miami,
the
edge rusher.
Yeah.
I worry about his health. You know, he had that. Remember that nasty Achilles injury? Was it like I don't think it was last year. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, where he was. It was like a Christmas Day game or something, and or Black Friday game. It just popped. Like I worry about him in injury.
They have what's his face that went from Denver, the edge rusher from Denver that went there. He's got like a few sacks on the year too. What's his name? Somebody from the chat probably knows the edge rusher from Denver that went to Miami. I forgot his damn name.
Oh, now it's I know who you're talking about. Why is it Chubb?
Yeah, it's another guy.
Bradley Chubb.
He's 29, but
Phillies have bases loaded, 2 outs in bottom of the 8th. We're getting a pitcher change. This is their shot right here. Yeah, Chubb is another guy. And then, I don't think the Raiders will trade Max Crosby, but I will say the name has been out there.
Yeah.
That teams are interested, that he made that there was rumors that the Cowboys were trying to get him. So if he's available, he's like the perfect guy.
What's the Raiders' record?
I don't remember. I don't even know. I think they're like 1-3. Maybe. Let me see.
Yeah, I heard some rumors about Crosby.
Yeah, there's rumors that they might, but then you hear, oh well, he doesn't want to go, and he probably doesn't want to go. But yeah, they're 1-3. Just like I said, they're 1-3. So, yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. Are you seeing me right now?
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on here. I can't see you.
Can't see me.
Did I get kicked out?
No, you're in. You're still here.
It's weird. Well, I'm entering the studio. Okay, sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, that's weird. Hold on. I got 2 of me's in here, dude. I got crazy echo. Do you have an echo?
No.
That's weird. What the hell's going on? That's weird. Anyways, okay, there it is. Hold on. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there.
Yeah.
All right, now it works. It was like the whole window disappeared, like it was gone. That was strange. You good, John? Yeah, that was weird. Like it totally looked like I couldn't see the screen. The whole studio was gone, but I could hear myself. It was like echoing. I had to basically go out and come back in. So what is Reaper Keeper says Max Crosby was up for a trade this past offseason. When I saw it, I wanted the Eagles to go after him, but he signed a new deal with the Raiders. Yeah, he did. I'm not putting a lot of stock in it. I'm just saying that there's rumors out there, you know. So who knows? Who knows? The classic flick dropout is a good thing, right? Aliens hacking 500 computer. Yeah, it's that AI 30 or whatever the hell's flying through space right now. I have no doubt they're coming right to my house. I did a Madden simulation of Eagles Broncos. Our offense was even basic on Madden. I was raging at the screen. Yeah, but who won? I'm so smooth. Did we win? We almost had Miles through bank truck at Dallas from Micah. We know that our major weakness besides play calling. Agreed. And you know how he wants to do it. It's like whoever it was, I think it was Tortville that brought up Granderson from the Saints. It's got to be somebody you're not thinking of, that a team is out of it, and you're like, oh, I didn't know he was available. It's going to be a guy like that. That's who it's going to be.
They didn't get it? Oh.
Popped out, bases loaded, end of the 8th. We're screwed. I think we're going to lose this one. What's up, House Nelson? We did win 33-20. Well, that's good. Yeah, it sucks, man. Bases mother humping loaded. I hate that Major League Baseball, their first round of the playoffs is best of 5. I hate that. I hate best of 5 series.
That's a lot.
Notice how we're worried about the secondary, but they've been playing fairly well for the most part. Yeah, I mean, look, you had a weakness with Adoree Jackson, right?
Yeah.
You know that, and Ringo is not Slay, and there might be a weakness there, but it's not such a bad weakness that you're incompetent, right? Like they could hold the fort down. I think the real issue is that edge rusher.
Yeah, we've never seen, because this is the first time where like Ringo's actually practicing with first team, and he's in multiple games now. We're not just throwing him into a game and boom, like he's playing bad. So, like you said, like a lot of cornerback twos, you're not going to find the better guy. He's not going to be the better guy of the first guy. He's always going to be a downgrade. But like you said, he was serviceable. He was solid. He was fine. He's going to miss some open field tackling. He's got to work on that. But
yeah,
he was fine. That's all we need. So
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Let's see here. Phillies are chokers. It's always my issue with the Phillies is if you can't hit home runs, can you manufacture runs? That's what I was saying. I always talk about my dad. I mean, Makuba gave up a 270-yard passes. Well, the thing is those things like with Makuba, like you got to go through the growing pains of that when you play a rookie.
That's part of it.
So I'm okay with that early, right? Like, okay, the rookie makes a mistake, but he'll make good plays also. Like the game-saving interception versus Kansas City, as far as I'm concerned. There was another play where I think Mayfield overthrew the receiver, and if he reads that play earlier, he's there to pick it off. Like CJ would have picked that off. But he's got to learn. You got to let those guys learn how, to make mistakes. That's the only way. And so I'm okay. I can live with that. What I can't live with is when you basically, make your quarterback and offense play with one hand behind their back.
You're putting the pressure on the defense to having, some of these, they would have probably a higher lead in that game. So you're putting a lot of pressure on that defense for that. And I don't think that's right, so,
Yeah, exactly. That's it. The Phillies teams feel like the 2000 Eagles, so good, but not good enough. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you're right. I got you, Donald. But I think you're right. Yeah, totally. But the secondary does need a little bit of worry. I'm okay with the secondary. I feel okay with it. Like, I mean, they did all right. I think they did okay. I'm not saying it's perfect yet, but tomorrow they got weapons tomorrow. Bo Nix could throw the ball, but I also think he'll throw mistakes. I think he'll have 2 interceptions tomorrow. I'm gonna call 2 interceptions. And I think we win. I'm going to give you guys my score. I'll say 37-13. I've been 37-13, 38-13, 38-10, somewhere in there. But I think this is a blowout. I think the Eagles are going to stomp them. And I think it's just going to get a lot of frustration out tomorrow. And I'm not saying that Denver's not a good team. They are. They got some good things about them. I just got that feeling, dude.
I would like a 31-17. I don't know, something like that. It'd be nice just to have somewhat of a complete game, but
yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah, Phillies got one. They got 3 outs to get this thing done, which we'll see. But anyways, rookies going to be rookies. They will learn from that game. I agree. I mean, look at Jahad Campbell had the running back right that scored, and he didn't get any help. But look what he did though. He forced the fumble. Mm-hmm. He forces a fumble. And then he gets the big interception in the end zone. So those rookies have contributed already. In some ways, 2 of the wins can be directly contributed to plays the rookies made. The interception in the end zone by Makuba. So they're doing okay.
True.
But yeah, I got a big day for the Eagles. I think Brown and Devonta, I think they're going to have good days, but I don't think they're going to necessarily be like 150 yards. But I think they're going to have days where it's going to get the frustration out. I think Barkley's going to go off tomorrow. I got a feeling about Barkley tomorrow. Like, I got a feeling he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, I hope so.
So we'll see. Anyways, is there anything else, man, before we get out of here you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, we talked about all the some of the interference this week with some of the players and a lot, everyone's trying to drive this team off course right now, media wise, but I don't think it's going to work. I think hopefully the Eagles go into this game and, they get to 5-0. That's it.
Yep, definitely. But, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here for the night. I wish everybody have a good night. We'll be streaming tomorrow and post game. We'll be doing, it'll be a big day tomorrow. So hopefully we get this W. And hopefully we get it in a good way. But with that, guys, we are going to let you guys go. I hope you all have a great, great night. And hopefully the Phillies can pull off something big in the 9th. With that said, we out. Peace.
Peace out.
2 minutes to go. You got plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dad. That was on you, Dad. That was on you, Dad.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.